Okay, let's see if that's any better. Again, no end of problems tonight, and I do not know why. So if there's any problems with sound or anything, let me know. So back to what I was saying. So working on some floggers because I have a new handle idea that I'm trying, and I got a new tool that's probably going to speed it up a lot because usually I use a straight edge like this, uh, square, whatever you want to call it, and it's a whole bunch of just moving it around. It's too big, especially with the new space that I'm working with. So we'll have to see if this works any better. First time using it, fingers crossed. But yeah, usually I use that square and this guy, and that's about all you need besides the handle. Like I said, just made these. See how well they work. These guys I'll talk about later. Don't need to worry about those. But excuse me. Start off with get yourself a 5-ounce piece of leather. Where was I? Sorry, I got distracted by something. To start off with, get yourself a 5-ounce piece of leather. I cut mine into 10 inches by 20 inches. Um, that's just what I do. That's what a lot of people do. I guess it's the standard, so that's what we do. This cutting mat is pretty much essential for this. Dude, it has 1/4 inch increments across. Do you see my marks here, making them a little bit more visible? But usually what you do is you leave about a 1/2 inch space or an inch, whatever, and you cut 1/4 inch falls or 1/2 inch falls. I prefer half. That's what I'm doing tonight. And you gotta leave an edge. This guy actually leaves just the perfect edge. You want to make sure everything is perfectly straight so they don't go sideways on you. Just now we started on the first edge and straighten that out. And just move it over, and I'm doing 1/2 inch falls tonight, so I'm just moving it over in 1/2 inch increments that are marked out. Press down. And like I said, since this is a test for both the handle and the this tool, I'm just going to give this away to one of my followers. So if you're not a follower and you want a free Flogger, go ahead and hit follow. And always when you're doing this, make sure you double check both ends. Half-inch mark, half-inch mark. Because they will walk on you as you adjust the other end. Why did I not have this tool forever ago? I might start making some of these giveaways a standard thing. Also, if you think that's a good idea, go ahead and say so. And it's tempting to move these falls to see how well it's going. Don't do it. Leather is stretchy, and whatever you do to this end will affect over here. I just said don't move in that galaxy too. Luckily, I caught myself. Wow, this goes so much quicker. I am with this tool. I feel like I'm almost cheating on my T-square. I hate when the mistress gets the job done quicker and better. Wow. There's one. I'll show it here in a little bit because there's a little bit of extra dressing that you usually have to do. So do I always get worried that my measuring thing is. I wish they put these numbers along the middle also. Now that I had that idea, I got to bring up the Sharpie. Make sure I'm in the same grid. The last one for that one. Okay, take this. And one thing you might discover is sometimes it doesn't cut all the way through. Just it's a brand new blade. It should have just cut completely. Okay, maybe I don't love it as much as I said I did. But usually you can just fold the leather, drag it down. Those two are done, 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 done. That one's got a couple of hang-ups. So when you run into this hang-up, I just right like that. I think it's my mat. I have abused this thing for years. But because you've already cut into it, you made a groove, it just stays in that groove. So it's not going to walk on you most of the time. If it does, that's why you have a fallback piece. Always have a fallback piece. did I put it? Oh well. That's why. Yeah, so before I do this again, apparently it's finally time for a new mat. Yeah, okay. Like I said, sometimes it stays in the groove, not always. Simple fix to that. Well, not really simple. Yeah, it barely cut through almost any of this one. But it is new to me, so maybe I'm used to not having to press down with these guys. Or not having to press down too hard, I should say. Cut out the bad section. Bad section go away. Almost done. See, at this point, if this was one that I was selling, I would have just put this into a scrap and started a new one. But I'm not selling it. I'm giving it away if there's any chatters and new followers. Yeah, if replacing the mat doesn't fix it, I'm going back to the old way. This is insane. Okay, that one's done. Okay, so now we get the sharp thing out of the way. And the skizzer's out of the way. And you start from worst to best. And you start trying to roll it as tight as possible. Match these ends. And keep rolling. where it's just like that. I think you can see it. So this is going to be one hell of a flogger. I just found one problem. This cup is way too big. But it'll work for this guy. So I was going to do something different with this, because this is a type of Florentine that I make, or used to make and sell, just like a flogger, except holding it like that. I made all kinds of designs for those. Let me grab a couple. Here's one. Holds really great. Nice and comfortable grip, actually. This one looks beautiful. I like the look of it. Still somewhat comfortable. None of them slip out but it's just, I don't know. I don't like how it feels. And then I found these. These, yeah, they just stay pretty easy. And you can add a leather loop here that will grab your finger to keep it from flying off if you're worried about that. I've never had a problem with it. So there's one down. So what do you think of this? Have to let me know in the comments. Maybe this will be what I give away tonight to any follower that's active in the chat. Doesn't count if you start following tomorrow or next week. What do you think? Let me know. Yay, leather dust. There's my drink. And we'll set this off to the side for a glue up. I'll do here in a little bit. So I believe the last leather was 3 ounce or 5 ounce. This I believe is 3. It's quite stretchy. This will have the last one that you just watched has a good thud to it. This one can be stingy. It's a good play toy, but not as cheap as the Spencer's one, so that's what counts. Yep. I went too far on that one. But it cut right through. So there is that. Let's line it back up. Scrap pile. Slide you down. You go there. You go there. Okay, that works. I'm trying to press harder. Maybe that's all it was. We will see. Tink, tink. Tink. I guess since it goes on a track, I can slide it twice. As long as I'm pushing down, it shouldn't really move, should it? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Half inch. Half inch. Half inch. Yeah, so as long as it doesn't make that drag sound, means it cut. I'm thinking. And since I had that one scrap cut off, I don't know exactly where it's going to end. That should be it, though. That one cut a lot better. Not 100% happy with it, but that's how it's supposed to go. Edge to edge. when you go to flatten it out, line this edge, and then go away from that. Because when you let release, it's going to pull back. If I go like this, it ends up behind the line because, again, it's thinner, so it's stretchier. And that shifted. There we go. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Now, I will say, if you're watching this later, like a replay, I'll be posting it on YouTube and all that. And you want to be a part of this, maybe I'll keep making a flogger or something a week, at least once a week, or every 2 weeks, and doing a giveaway. You just have to follow my channel. That's going to be in the description. And be on when I'm live. Because I'm doing this because I really suck at making friends in person. My neurodivergent causes a problem. I used to be on a 24/7 webcam house. That was fun. So that's why I went back to kind of what I used to do. But that was way back in the GeoCities day. I had my webcam on, streaming 24/7, even when I was asleep. If I get enough followers, I'm probably going to start doing the sleeping thing again. Except wearing the shock collar. So you'll be able to trigger it even when I'm asleep. See what type of an adventure that makes. Okay, that one cut a lot better. because I could just pull this apart, but it'd leave fuzzies that I don't like. So that's when I just do the okay, let's see if I have to do another one. Wow, it's slow tonight. I'm not even getting bots. But what if tonight was the night I actually wanted to go to Discord and pay you $100 for followers? It's not. Out those edges. Roll it up nice and tight. Ooh, perfect. What do you think of that one? I like it. Not bad. Good basic play flogger. This is probably the one I'll give away tonight. I don't even know when it crashed or how long I've been talking to myself. That sucks. Let's see if I can find out. View details. What's today's date? 14th. Well, yeah, apparently I've just been talking to myself for like maybe the whole time. Great. Well, that's frustrating. Nobody told me. Again, having a really rough night tonight. So what I'll do, since my system's not working right, let me get back over there. Is next Sunday, I will turn this into a flogger, and anybody that follows will get it for free. So any followers Uh, Today's the 14th, so next Sunday, I think 21st, a little before Christmas. So I don't know if you'd get it before Christmas. Um, if there's an interest for me to do these giveaways, I can. And hopefully, I hope you like how these turned out. I do. I like this one. Nice, heavy, good. Yeah, I like that one. Um, but yeah, if you liked how me make these two before my system started going wonky and not being able to make this guy, follow me. I'll post whenever I'm doing these, making these, and giving them away because that's what I'm going to do. I also have an idea for a belt that I saw a commercial of that I know how to make, so might do that too. So we will see, but I need to go figure out what's going on with my system. So I'm going to cut it early tonight. Hopefully you like this. Follow, subscribe. Um, all my links will be anywhere that these videos are posted. So I will let you know. I'll probably play Among Us Monday night or Tuesday night, and explore more of the new Fallout 76 Wednesday or Thursday. I'll post and keep everything up to date. Otherwise, just come in, say hi, chat. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this. So have a good night, guys. Talk to you later.